Welcome to a new episode of Unicorn Stories. So this is now the third unicorn video we created. This one also features the unicorn, the one people discovered near Somewhereville. Remember Somewhereville, the city from the first video? Also, do you remember how the unicorn got discovered? No? Well, then you should really watch the first video we made. That will explain everything, or almost everything. You'll still have questions after watching it, but some things may get a bit clearer. What about the two stories told in the second video? Do you remember those? No? Then you should really watch the second video as well. Those were really nice stories, I mean really nice, from a long time ago, from Hugh Ashley back in time. It will also give you a view of how the unicorn got started telling stories. So sometime after the events in the second video, the people of Somewhereville met with the unicorn again and asked the unicorn all in one voice, "Tell us a new story. Tell us a new story." So the unicorn paused for a moment and then started talking. A very long time ago, at the time right between when kangaroos roamed the earth but mostly stood and watched as goats scratched their backs, and the time that bananas had teeth. Yeah, you heard that right, there was a time in history when bananas did have teeth. Check it out in the video and see it for yourself and say it ain't so. So right between those two times, the unicorn went for a swim and while swimming, discovered a bright light in the water. And as he went through it, it discovered a room inside a building guarded by a dinosaur. The dinosaur roamed the halls of the building guarding it. It turns out he was guarding it against a specific race of creatures. The unicorn quickly became friends with the dinosaur guarding the room. They started talking, and the unicorn found out that the portal he came through was actually a portal in time, and it was controlled from a room with a table in the middle of it, and full of controls. While talking, the unicorn found out that the dinosaur was a diplodocus, and his name was Dippy. Dippy had many relatives which come to visit him from time to time, but at the moment, he was all alone as his relatives were all in their own time frames. The dinosaur told the unicorn that there were many travelers he encountered over the years, as he stood watch to the entire building. The dinosaur didn't want to discuss much about the race of creatures he was guarding the building against. The unicorn said goodbye to the dinosaur, and rushed to find the room the dinosaur told him about. He went up through some stairs encircled by a red vortex. And soon enough he discovered the room with the time controls. That room had indeed a table in the middle of it, and the controls on one side. In a room next to the one with the time controls, the unicorn also discovered another time traveler called Anna, who happened to stumble over these rooms from another point in time. Anna was also friends with the dinosaur roaming the halls of the building. After discussing with Anna, the unicorn found out that the controls in the room can span out multiple portals to different points in time. And Anna told the unicorn that the smaller room was used more as support for the main controls in the first room. Anna told the unicorn that she had to leave because she was on an important mission, but hoped to see him again as she was traveling a lot, and she gets back to these rooms quite often, to go in different points in time. So Anna opened a portal in time, said goodbye to the unicorn and put on her helmet. Then she left the room through the portal she just opened. The people of Somewhereville stood there all this time listening to the unicorn in great awe, and asked him to tell them more stories about the travels in time the unicorn did, using the room. The unicorn promised the people he was going to tell them more stories, but they would have to subscribe to the channel and watch the future videos. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.